Hello everybody, it is JD here and welcome to today's No Money Spent episode, and I have not said that in like 2 weeks, I don't think. It's been quite a while. We have still been uploading, of course. We've been covering a lot of the news that 2K has been dropping, like the playbooks or player drops that they've got. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about the No Money Spent account and the No Money Spent series, because it's been the backbone of this channel for so many years, and I've loved every second of it. It's been amazing. And I had all the intentions in the world of doing the same thing that we have done in previous years in 2K24. So we're going to have a little discussion, a little talk about why it is not happening in 2K24. This isn't just a complaining video, this is just me explaining why. It's just explaining and talking about the reasons why this game, for me personally, is just not hitting. It's why this account hasn't gone anywhere. We can brush up on where we're at on this account, but truth of the matter is, I do not play this game pretty much at all. I am still interested in the news, and I am still hoping that things will change throughout the year, which is why I'm still posting on it. If I didn't care about it at all, I wouldn't post at all. But I still care about it because I've put like so many thousands of hours of my life into this franchise. But I'm just not engaging in playing the game. But I am still keeping up to date on Twitter, on 2KDB, on their MYTEAM Twitter to see what is coming. So again, hopefully see something that is going to grab us back into the game. But we've got another drop today, the sharpshooter drop for Larry Bird, who then locks in for the KD. And that is kind of a perfect summarization of what's wrong this year. So let's go ahead, let's have a little chat, let's jump into it. If you guys want any of your grinds completed in 2K24, make sure you check out Rose NBA on Twitter for unlimited domination, clutch time, any and everything, including this brand new Diamond Chris Bosh. If you want to get your hands on him but you don't quite have the facilities, go check out Rose NBA on Twitter. Link is in the description. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the daily videos and check out twitch.tv/JD_crossover for the EAFC streams and the occasional 2K stream. So just to talk about this stuff that's dropped today, because it is the newest stuff, it's the most relevant stuff. You've got this Larry Bird card. He costs 156,000 VC to lock in. You will need 5 of these amethysts to lock in for the KD. So 750,000 VC, or like 1.4 or something million MT, which is $170. Another $170 if you haven't already spent 100 on the Steph and then 150 on the Shaq. We are just over 3 weeks into this game. And that's not even counting all of like the Tuesday sets, this little extra set here, the level up stuff. That's not part of any like the legendary path or whatever. It is just, if you would have bought everything, I think you'd need to spend about $500 in 3 weeks. You're on course for $1,000 per season, and there is no alternative. The alternative isn't like, oh, I'll go play for this card. So you can't do that. If you'd have picked one, maybe you could have had one card. This is a fantasy game mode, which costs a lot to buy, by the way. This game on its own costs a lot to buy, but this is a fantasy game mode. People don't want to be out here playing with, like, lackluster names. We want to be playing with the superstar cards, and when the only way to get the superstars is by forking out hundreds of dollars, it's just going to put people off, and that is what's happened with me this year. So today's set, for example, the free card in the agendas is this Channing Frye. He can't drive at all. He can shoot. He can't pass, he can't play defense, he can't really rebound, and he can't run, and he can't jump, and he can't move laterally. This is an awful card. Like, absolutely atrocious. And they want 70,000 MT for it? Like, what are you on? And the Larry Bird isn't even that great as a lock-in either, and he would cost you, again, that amount of MT, VC. If you're looking at MT, it's like 250k if you do the agenda, which is still awful. So I think the lack of potential has just got me this year. The only way to get MT is just playing the game, but you get such a tiny amount, a measly amount. You get 10,000 MT per hour if you are on it, like, solidly. If you're getting through, like, 2 unlimited games an hour, which is 30 minutes per game, 2 domination games per hour, which, 2 30-minute domination games per hour, which is, again, just giving you 10,000 MT per. And you just look at this, you just get so disheartened. I think that's what happened to me this year. I've just been so disheartened because instead of looking at cards in terms of how much MT they cost, my mind now looks at this and says, that's 14 hours of your life. And that is a big shift. That's obviously never happened before because we've never had to deal with this. And then I look at a ruby and I'm like, that's 7 hours of my life. I look at a sapphire and I'm like, that's nearly 2 hours of my life for a sapphire. Like, seriously? So I think that's a big problem with the player market this year with my mentality. It might just be me, I don't know, but I'm just telling you, I'm just explaining to you guys where I'm at this year. But yeah, I'm looking at everything in terms of hours now because we've kind of got a rate that you can earn per hour. Last year and in previous years, you could do the challenge. You could do the challenge every week or twice a week, one on Tuesday, one on Friday. And you could get lucky out of that pack and you could sell it on and make money. I think it was 2K21. I think it was 2K21. We packed a Galaxy Opal LeBron, might be 2K20, out of a challenge pack. And it made us like $500,000 and it was insane. But we were so happy. That's completely been taken away now because not only can you not sell what comes out, well, not you can't sell cards in your house, these are just unsellable anyway. So you can't even discard them. So that avenue has been taken out. Of course, in previous years again, when there was packs to be opened, we'd be the first one there, and we'd open a couple of packs at the start to see if we get the first one up in the auction house to try and earn some money. Obviously, there's absolutely no point in opening packs these days, and of course, you can't sell anything anyway because there's nothing on the auction house. And then, with badges as well. Where do they keep badges these days? Over here somewhere. Over here. But yeah, badges, you obviously used to badge out cards to make some money. And now, obviously, that is not possible. So the ceiling of a normally spent player used to be so high, sky high. There used to be no ceiling for a normally spent player. But now, there is nothing. It's 10k an hour, flat rate, job done. You play 10 hours a day, and you can not even afford an Allen Houston. And like the things like that, that's my real problem this year, and I'm still wanting this game to turn around because it is still the sport that I love the most. I have been playing so much EAFC, and if you haven't, go play it. It's so much fun. I don't even like football. I wouldn't even watch a full football game because I'd be bored. I would happily watch full basketball games, and I do. During the playoffs, I was watching as many games as I could, obviously being in England. Time difference is not friendly. Most games start at like 3 in the morning, which is pretty rough. But if there's ever a game I can watch and it starts at like 10, I'm going to watch that. I used to stay up to about 1 watching the games when I had the my So Rare going, and obviously that's going to start up again, which is exciting. So this is a sport I love, and it's a video game, and I love video games. So put the two together, it should be a home run, not that sport. But yeah, it's just this year, the player market being controlled by 2K, the prices being astronomically high, the discounts being pathetic, let's call it what it is, and the deals of the day also being pathetic. A 3k price reduction on a Sapphire Day 1 Wesley Matthews. Come on, what are we doing here? Put him down to like 3k. It's a Day 1 card, it's a deal of the day. Put him down to 3k. So yeah, this whole thing here has really taken out a lot of the excitement. And for example, I want to, if you wanted to, I don't want to try this game, this is not very good. Want to try the Zion. Alright, we'll pay the 140k to try him and then lose 60% when you sell him back. So the fact that you can't just buy and sell cards to just try them out, just buy a card for, because what we'd previously do is we'd buy a 5-man rotation we'd buy a 10-man rotation for unlimited, get through unlimited, sell with the bench 5, keep the starting 5, then use those 5 to go clutch time online, then sell 2 more, and then go true the online. And you could do that, and then have a couple of weeks at the end of the season where you're just running on untradeable cards, because you don't need to have a big team, so you've already completed everything, and you'd then have a lot of MT going into the next season. No can do. Any card you buy this year is just locking away MT. It's a lock-in. Every card is a lock-in. That's a lock-in. 70k lock-in, which you can get a tax rebate of 20k for. It's just not right. I just can't get on board with it. I really can't. And then, in terms of the actual game mode rewards, of course, they're awful. Shock. Crazy, I know. But the game mode rewards are subpar at best. A few of them are decent, but realistically, overall, very, very, very poor quality. Again, bearing in mind we're 3 weeks in right now, and there's still another, about 2.5 weeks. There's about 2.5 weeks left of this season. These cards are still going to be here in 2.5 weeks. David Wesley's going to be there for another 2.5 weeks. That's not cool. Wally Sherbet is going to be there for another 2.5 weeks. That's just not right. When there's diamonds in this season, and so many diamonds already that you can buy, You can't play, yes, you can play for the Brown Roy, but you've got to complete everything, which is a very, very, very long grind. And a lot of this, of course, is very dull, very monotonous, and the AI difficulty is souped to the moon. So all of those things combined, and it just creates a game that is not welcoming unless you spend money. Again, this is what we got today. Channing Frye, god-awful card. Chuck Person, don't know if he's good or not, but let's have a quick little look at Chuck Person here. Not you, Chuck Person. Was good last year. 85 3 ball is good. A little bit defense, a little bit of speed. I mean, he's not bad, is he? He's not bad. So you can get him for the agenda. The agendas have been better this year than last year. It's not so much. Last year was awful. These stuff. Again, they didn't give us this last Tuesday. Tomorrow they're not going to give it again because we've got the Chris Bosch thing. And the Bosch thing, we spoke about it a bit yesterday. So it's triple threat online, and you're going to need to win 15 games in a row. Now, I'm probably not going to do that because I don't play the game. So I'm probably not going to have the skill to do that. It's good on its own, but what about everybody who can't get it? And I could get it. If I put the time in, I could get it. But what about all the people who can't play online or don't play online or don't have the skills to get it? There's nothing for them right now. It's not the fact that that shouldn't be there. It should be there, but there should also be so much more in this game. Season 1 is meant to be hooking people, and all it's doing is turning people away. So I haven't been playing. This account has been stale since we bought Scottie Pippen. We bought the Scottie Pippen. I went on holiday and I didn't miss this game at all. We completed salary cap in the first 2 weeks. Got 18-5, 19 wins here, 1 win there, 4-0. I got the ring on the very first weekend. Didn't play it again. Single player, clutch time offline, 13 wins, 3 triple offline wins, 1 game of domination, and a few challenges. And I've just had no motivation to do any of it because it all seems pointless. It really does. Again, if you're not spending money, and this is just me, you might not feel this way, but this is how I feel. If you're not spending money, they don't want you playing this game. It's as simple as that. This content is not made for people who spend money. This content is not made for people who don't spend money. This content is made for people who spend money. Guess what? This content, it's made for people who spend money. This one was obviously free, but guess what? The Draymond is trash. Without someone you can buy by spending money. This again, not made for people who don't spend money. It's all just got a little bit too much. Microtransactions in this game have always been awful, but this year it just seems a step too far, and I think they really have crossed the line. They've taken a lot of the fun out of the game, which is opening packs, which is getting a free pack and maybe getting lucky and maybe being able to make some MT. That has completely gone. Maybe opening a pack and getting the first one up and getting some MT from that's gone. Using your badges, which you play for to make MT, that is now gone. Again, the ceiling is now just flat for everybody. It's 10k an hour, of course, unless you go buy it. And again, it all comes down to now me viewing this in hours. So yeah, look at this, Allen Houston, 14 hours, and that's just a big old no-no. That's a big old red flag. Because what we're getting out of EFC right now is insane amounts of progression, content, rewards, packs, things that it just feels good. It feels good. You feel wanted whether you spend money or whether you don't spend money. And that is a huge difference. Again, this game does not make me feel welcome as somebody who doesn't spend money. I love the NBA. I love this franchise, I suppose, for what it's done for me. Again, just show you the amount of hours I've put into this franchise. It's been pretty scary. We'll go A to Z there. It's kind of scary how much we've put into this franchise, but you will see my hours this year. So yeah, 2K18, 300, 800, 1400, 1400, 1500, well basically 1600, 1200, and then 2K24, 37. That's it. The game's been out over 3 weeks. 37. And think of how many of those are in the first 2 weeks as well to get that salary cap done. It's just not right. Something's off. It doesn't feel good. The menus also just look so bad. Like, it's such a bland game. Like, look at this menu here. It's so bland. The pack animation is like a child made it. It just feels like this game is being run by people who do not know how to run a live service video game. It seems very directionless. And after so many chances, after so many years of giving advice and giving feedback, I think it's just finally come to a head and a realization of, like, this franchise will never put out a game that's anywhere remotely close to its potential and what it should be for the amount of money that people put in to this product. So, yeah, the no money spent, is it stopped completely? No, but we are going to put a pause on it for the time being. Of course, it's been paused for about a week or so, but we are going to put a pause on it. I'm still going to be covering the news, because, again, I want to see if there's something that, changes. We need to see. The Bosch tomorrow is a start, but again, that's for a very, very, very specific group of people. That's like for the 1% of people, which, again, I probably could be inside that 1%. So I'm not saying it's bad because I can't get it. I can probably get it. But I have the self-awareness to know that 99% of other people will not be able to go 15-0 in an online game mode that has spikes, lag, error codes, whales that are going to be out there with their pay-to-win accounts. So it'd be very hard to do that. And again, that it should be there. But where's everything else? Where on earth is every other bit of content in this game? The only content you get is the time it takes to open your wallet. That's basically it. So that's my feelings on 2K24 and the no money spent. It just doesn't seem feasible unless you absolutely no life it, which I don't want to do because, again, it doesn't feel rewarding at all. I just cannot motivate myself to get into this. 100 games of Trivial Offline for an Alonso morning. I just can't bring myself to do that. All this unlimited stuff, like 30 minutes per game as well. Like the time is mad. If you played EFC, I haven't mentioned that too much. But if you played EFC, their squad battles, which is like offline, basically like domination, I suppose. 4-minute halves. 4-minute halves. You can get through one game in 10 minutes. You want to play one game of 2K? Alright, bet. 30 minutes, please. I think I'd rather get through 3 games than 1. I think my attention span will be a lot happier playing 3 games in 30 minutes than 1. So, yeah, some franchise issues that have been there for so long and they're too inept to address it. Again, everybody would be happier with shorter quarters, but they don't want to listen to that. Everybody happy with more regular content that's actually like worth going for, but they don't want to listen to that. They never have. Everybody would happy if you could actually attain these cards without spending money, and they don't want to listen to that. So yeah, until something changes, we're just going to have to bench it for the time being. But let me know down below your feelings on this game. Again, I'm over like caring about this game too much. I'm not making loads of shots at 2K on Twitter or whatever. We don't stream anymore. I just don't really care about it that much. I've really tried to distance myself. So this is me explaining, just a discussion. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything that I've said. But that is where we are at on the No Money Spent account. So there it is, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. Please like, subscribe. I'll see you next time, and peace.